Hi everyone, I'm Squid and we are now into the Swinger Set 15 and today we're going to look at the Mentors. So this has to be one of my favourite traits of the set, as you get the boost of having one of them in your team, but when you get all four, they go to another level. Kind of reminds me of Emissary from Into the Arcane. Anyways, in this video I will go through the 4 mentors, what they each do on their own, and the upgrades that happen when they are all on the board. I will then go through my favourite compositions that make the most of these mentors. So let's start by looking at Kobuko. The jovial Yordle is back and is a beefy attack tank. In their standard form they have the Golden Paw mantra, which provides them with a shield, and their next attack deals bonus physical damage based on health and attack damage. This attack also stuns the target. In his upgraded form, Kobuko will shatter the lands, stun adjacent enemies as well, and then also sends a shockwave to the farthest enemy within 4 hexes, briefly stunning them. This form does help disrupt the frontline with all of those stuns. Yasuo is an attack assassin, so this means that they are less likely to be targeted compared to the tanks Kobuko and Udyr. Their ability is nice and simple: deal physical damage to the closest 3 enemies. When he is in his upgraded form, not only will he deal physical damage to those 3 champions, he will then blink to the lowest percent health enemy within 4 hexes and stun them, and then deal extra physical damage. He can really be a menace, blinking between low health champs and potentially executing them. When Udyr is in his Blazing Phoenix stance, when he casts, he makes 3 rapid attacks which heal him each time and do additional damage in a 1 hex radius. This will then become Hyper Flame Inferno, and in addition to those 3 rapid attacks, he summons a Firestorm that follows the highest health enemy, dealing magic damage, and also applies Burn and Wound. This is just a fantastic way to chip away at any large health bars. Finally, Ryze with his Tsunami Beam will deal a beam of magic damage for over 3 seconds and will also deal a smaller portion of that damage to adjacent targets. This will then become the incredibly named Aquatic Armageddon, which does additional splash damage to enemies within 2 hexes of the target, and then every 0.5 seconds heals an ally. I think this combination of healing, damage, and is the only one who does consistent magic damage, he can be the real carry of these mentors and provides that support for your frontliners. Now, I hope this gives a nice overview of what each champion can do, and more importantly the upgrades the mentor trait provides them. I will now look at some different compositions the 4 of them all work in and how best to use them. So the great thing about mentors is I would say it's one of the most flexible traits in set 15, as you get team-wide benefits at mentor 1. This means you are able to find one of Udyr, Yasuo or Kobuko, and more often than not, they will fit into your side via the Edgelord, Duelist or Heavyweight traits. Once you have one of them in your side, you can then channel your inner Ash Ketchum and try to collect the remaining 3 as you level up within the game. Now this does cost you a bit of economy, but if you scout other people's boards and quite a few are running Mentor 1, this might not be the best game to push for Mentor 4, but if you have the opportunity and collect them all, it is absolutely worth forcing Mentor 4, as it provides such a boost to your game state. Now this is especially true if you get the augment Teacher's Council, which grants you the Mentor boost to your entire team no matter how many Mentors you play. This means you can go for Mentor 2 or 3 whilst you wait for Ryze to pop up in your shop or on the carousel. If you aren't fortunate enough to get this, there are plenty of other things to do. One of my personal favourites is Supreme Cells and Mentor. Mentor Cells, you might call it. With this, you start by getting Kai'Sa, Kennen and hopefully Darius, then as soon as you see one, add in Kobuko, as they will provide the heavyweight bonus with Darius and provide team-wide damage reduction. Then level up to level 7, so you are able to get either a Kali for a Supreme Cells 4 or the 3 remaining Mentors. If you get the Mentors, force them in for Mentor 4 and Supreme Cells 3 and use that to stabilize and see if you're in a position to 3-star the Kai'Sa or the Darius. Then continue to roll on for level 8 then add in a Kali for the Executioner trait on the Ryze. From then on, reroll if needed for 3 stars, or push for level 9 if to fit Yone in for the Edgelord trait. I think this is a good tempo composition, but does require scouting of other boards to make sure they're not stealing the Mentors away from you, or even the Supreme Cells. For the Mentor mech, you want to early game start with the Mecha trait to make the most of that additional unit. See if you can maximize farming gold with Gangplank's ability. To help with this, Udyr is the best mentor you can get, as they both have the Duelist trait. With this trait, you want to push for 8 as quickly as possible, whilst being able to 1. Collect mentors, and 2. Staying above 50 gold for max interest. You want to be able to achieve this so that whilst you're rerolling at level 8 for 2 stars and 3 stars, if your health is dwindling, you're able to push for 9 and get to Mecha 5 to get that buff for your mighty mech. With this in mind, economy augments are probably your best bet to help this along with good AD items to maximize Gangplank's chances of death by barrel. And there we have it, a look over one of my favourite traits of set 15 so far. Please let me know what you thought of the video, and any interesting ways you use mentors, please comment below. But for now, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and until next time, I'll see you in the arena.